What's up, everybody? SuperSmallchibiwolf here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Squid Girl. So let's get into this. So, Squid Girl, before watching this anime, I really didn't think that much about it. I was like, it's a girl, it's a squid, similar to Splatoon. Hopefully, imagine Nintendo making a Splatoon anime. That would be funny, to be honest. But moving on from that, I was like, it's Squid Girl, it's, anime. Now I think maybe I have a little theory. Maybe Nintendo got inspiration, probably got inspiration from this anime, and was like, Splatoon, boom, black, you know, made millions, and probably even so much more from the second one. I enjoy Splatoon, so yeah, I'm moving on from that. Splatoon is a girl that I can, you know, I enjoyed her, man. She was a likable character, In my opinion, how to say it is like if I was going to like cut down and just talk about character wise, this is how I would put it. Squid Girl is a character that can be easily manipulated, and she is strong. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm not saying she's a weak character. Blah blah blah. She is. It's a fact that she could be manipulated. And but she is strong herself. When it comes to fighting, protecting herself, and yeah, a smart opponent can get the upper hand against her, I would say, which is shown through. Let's just say I'm not spoiling. I'm not trying to moon. That's for later on. I'll talk about spoils, but I'll let you all know. I don't want to be mean. So let's just say when it comes to fighting scenes, this also has fight scenes, but it's rare. It's not like the whole thing is just a big, huge Mortal Kombat. Yeah, fighting thing. You know, so yeah, when it comes to when the fights do appear, let's say, because let's say it's rare, right? And she's good, but a smarter opponent, like I said, can have the upper hand against her, And well, it is shown, you know. And man, in my opinion, when I think about Squid Girl, to be honest, I think she was a funny girl, and she was funny. She brought in the comedy, and me, in my opinion, I don't know what genre you all into, but me personally, I like adventure comedy. I like stuff like that, fantasy wise, and I think Squid Girl gave me the comedy and adventure wise, and just like was like the heart, the funny heart of the. I would compare it to something like a young Goku, an early Dragon Ball, that something like that, yeah, because I don't know, I just enjoyed her. It was just like character. Those types of characters they just get to me. Those are types of characters which get me interested, like reels me into, and gets my interest. And I enjoy how Squid Girl has that. And also she is a little bit stupid. Shit, I don't like saying that because I do like the character, but she is like it's shown here and there. Don't get me wrong, and maybe I'll talk about it later on. So yeah, another characters I enjoyed, which I'll mostly talk about later on. Also, so moving on from that, I enjoyed, of course, Squid Girl. She's like funny, cool, etc. Other stuff I said. Now Iko, she was a nice girl and understanding. Some people may look at her as like the Bulma of the series, which is a little bit cranky, a little bit here and there, you know. But sometimes she could. It's understandable sometimes why she's like that. Some people get to her, and But in my opinion, she wasn't a bad character. I wouldn't say she's a bad character. If anything, she was a nice character. Her and Squid Girl has like that electric thing going on. Like little, like oh I'm little rivalry friendly, you know, and I enjoyed that. It was entertaining for me to watch. I enjoyed the connection between those two, the relationships in general between all the characters was something I enjoyed. You know. For example, another character I would say I enjoy is besides Diko is her sister. What was it? Oh yeah, Chizuru, Chuzu, uh, Chizuru. No, Chizuru. Chizuru, I think is pronounced. I'm sorry, I'm not the best at pronouncing names like that. But yeah, Chizuru. Let's just go by that, please. She's a quiet one, you know, but she might be the quiet one. But she's like a Nagato. See, like that, quiet, but when it comes to fighting, dude, that's when she shines, and like that, it goes, man. And in my opinion, I love characters like this. You know, characters like because some people it falls in that thing like, look, man, this game, some people will say is this and that, but then you play it and then it's like, oh man, this game was great. You know, I remember some people kind of was like here and there. Some people in around my friends saying, yeah, it looks like a good game, but then I was like, you know what? I'm supported. A lot of people got Horizon Zero Dawn. I got that eventually. Didn't like it, dude. Near Automata. I'm so happy I got that because oh man, one of my favorite games that of all time. But that's an example of how I would compare it to and she is a nice, cool character, I would say. Now, other characters, all the other characters, they have their own unique, lovable thing. And I would say that I enjoyed watching and how they affected everything else. For example, Iko's brother, for example, he was more like a, cool, nice kid, and really not like, wow, like a big thing, more like a little side thing character. So that's how it came out to me. That's how the characters, that's how that character, I mean, man, I don't like saying it's a shit character unless it's really, so let's just leave it at that. Now, we all know anime. Okay, anime is perverted and stuff. So, it's no surprise that this has one. I would say Sanai, she's a cool girl. I found her entertaining. She was a little bit creepy, a little bit here and there. She was basically the Woshi of this anime. And yeah, she does a third Squid Girl though. Yeah, she has a squiddy fetish. And that was weird. Nagisa, oh man. Oh, this dude, talk about good characters though. Like really good. Man, I enjoyed Nagisa, man. Her and Squid Girl had that little electric thing going on as well, but not as like a rivalry, like a friendly rival. It's more like she was a little bit scared of Squid Girl, and that's just understandable because what would you do if some random ass Squid Girl comes out with blue hair, with tentacles moving around, saying, "Yo, what's up?" If anything, she's the most normal one you're going to get in the group, and yeah, she was pretty cool. To be honest, I wish they used her a little bit more. Like, don't get me wrong, she's not like a come and go character, like someone, like whatever, insert name character you enjoy that is a here and go character. But I did enjoy her. She was pretty cool. I liked her. She knew what was going on. She was more of rare stuff, and I don't know, man. I kind of feel like compared to everyone else, she was a little bit less used. I don't know. But in my opinion, talking about all the characters, I think the show in general, it has moments where it was like, what? For example, with Squid Girl, she lost her powers, right? In a point, you know. And this is not bad, it showed here and there, it might happen. It was kind of teased, I would say, because like in the first episode, like I was talking about, some fight scenes here and there. Squid Girl is not like crazy good, but she is a good fighter, you know. So it was eventually going to happen something similar with that, you know. And in my opinion, the way Squid Girl gets back, I think it was pretty cool. Now, this part I want to talk about is, I don't know, some few moments take it or leave it parts. Maybe it will be weird, so these are like short stuff I just want to bring up. Why? Because I don't know. So, for example, one of them is Squid Girl accidentally inks all over their food, a cake. They eats it, and they ate it, I mean. And they started serving it to the customers, the ink. It was weird. And another weird thing is, they actually enjoyed it and actually sold it. I was like, what? Wait, squid and ink equals food. I don't know, man. It was weird to me, personally. I was like, what? But hey, it weird parts. Another weird part is, well, not weird, but I found it entertaining how, Squid Girl, she's talented, besides being what she is. She can play different instruments at the same time, and she is talented in just drawing in a big crowd. In my opinion, she was more of good at entertaining than, well, invading, which is what she came in the first place to do. And in my opinion, hey, that's kind of weird, pretty weird. You come in the art, you're like, oh, I'm going to invade, and you leave with friends. Well, not with friends, but you leave having friends, And, it was like, wow. Just, so yeah. Also, it was kind of a throwback here and there, but me personally, I never played this. I saw other people do it. I thought it was weird. Ding Dong Ditch. I don't know, man. That was something. To be honest, that game, man. I bring it up because I was like, I wanted to ask. I was interested. Has anyone ever played it, or have you ever like heard of someone doing it, or saw someone doing it? Because I was like, and, it was kind of a thing I never heard of. Like someone saying like, oh, I remember when I was a kid, we used to play Ding Dong Ditch, dude. Like. What? So tell me in the comments if you ever played that. I don't know, I was just kind of like, what? When I saw that scene, because I remember, seeing that just like in movies and stuff, So, yeah. So, my final opinion, man, Squid Girl is an anime that, at first it comes out as weird, okay? And then later on, you like, you know what? This is not that bad. In fact, I enjoy this. Yeah, there might be, to be honest, I don't think maybe there was one scene that I didn't like. I don't remember, but as far as I know, I enjoyed it from episode 1 to 12. Oh, by the way, it's 12 episodes. And the character herself, Squid Girl, is pretty strong and badass. And in my opinion, all the other characters, supporting characters, they were pretty cool too. So in my opinion, if I would rate this, which I don't, I would say it's not as good as something like, well, School Life and Sailor Moon. Two animes I reviewed and enjoyed because, yeah, they have their own cool thing going on. But Squid Girl is close to School Life, I would say. Not by a long shot, not by close, but in the middle, And in my opinion, yeah, I did enjoy this anime. I watched it from episode 1 to 12. I enjoyed each episode and found it funny. And, man, yeah, I did enjoy and I recommend. So with that being that, tell me in the comments what you think. Have you ever watched this? What you think about the anime? And, yeah, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, peace.